Yo, what is up, scent heads, smell beast, and frag freaks? It's your boy. My name is Mega Dave, and this is Eau So Fraiche. Yo, what is good, Fresh fam? For everybody returning, I want to say thank you so much for being a freshie. It really means a lot. If this is your first time here, welcome. As I said before, my name is Mega Dave. This is my channel, Eau So Fraiche. I do reviews on fragrances that I absolutely love, and I hope that you love them too. If you do, give me 2 huge fresh thumbs up. That lets me know that you enjoy the content. Also, think about subscribing and hitting me decent down in my belly. Give it a good punch. Now you're updated and you know when I'm dropping new flames like this one, because who knows, could be your favorite that I review next. Today, we're doing another first impressions, do a haul, if you will. The other one was fantastic. A lot of people were asking for my first impressions of just the group that I got before I get into all of the reviews, so it can kind of help out if there's any sales this weekend, which there definitely will be. So keep an eye out, but let's get straight into them, and I'll give you guys kind of my first impressions to see which ones are flames, but I'm gonna get straight into it so you guys can get a little sniff. All right, first one we're gonna start with is iconic Greenwich Village. Boom. This is a hybrid of Bond No. 9, Andy Warhol, and Bleecker Street. It's very highly touted, so we're gonna get straight into it. The bottom, we're gonna put it on our handy dandy fresh strip. 2-piece it. It's amazing. Yeah, it's really good. Plum, very bright, which you can expect from the iconic. There's vanilla in here. This one may threaten my Plumlicious. I don't know yet. Very gorgeous caramel. Yeah, vanilla and plum is what you get mainly up front. And like I said, I'm not going to go full in depth because you can guarantee your sweet cheeks that I will be reviewing this one in full. Who knows, it could be my very first one that I review because it is a very good scent. So starting it off first with this iconic Greenwich Village, definitely one to keep your nose on. All right, the next one I got is #Attitude. This is an Inspired Expression Vintage Resurrection Series fragrance from Giorgio Armani's Attitude, which was brought out in 2007, discontinued, all of that junk, reformulation issues, but let's get it on paper. This is actually one that I am wearing because I was super excited to get this one and another one, which we'll talk about. But let's put it onto the fresh strip. I missed the first one. Very bright opening. Funny enough, I never smelled Attitude before. So from Giorgio Armani, I was talking to my my homie Gerard, so he was a big fan of this. A lot of people I saw were requesting this, but he was asking mainly for this one when he saw that I got it in, because he was a big fan. So I never smelled it, and he told me it was super lit, and he definitely wasn't lying. So the opening is like a lemon and like a coffee note, which is kind of strange. But it's a very, very good scent. Barbershop-esque. I know this one because I do have it on my arm. Again, I'm not going to get deep into it, but very gorgeous lavender. A little bit of a mentholy bright note to it. Barbershop, super sexy. Very good. And especially when you hear the notes, lemon and orange and coffee, you would think that it wouldn't work. It works very, very good. Very nice masculine scent. Has woody notes mixed all in it, so definitely one that should be up towards the top. All right, coming up next is one of the mega ones that a lot of people really want. It's called One and Only. With this name, easy to say, Dolce & Gabbana The One. This was 2008. Not much needs to be said about Dolce & Gabbana The One. It's a very popular fragrance designer. Reformulation issues, obviously, and that's why he redid it. Opens up very nice, gorgeous spices, amber, some grapefruit, basil, whatever, some spices, coriander. So it's very, very nice. It opens up, as I remember, the only difference I remember is this one seems like it's going to be very, very strong. Just smelling it from the cap and getting it how I smell here, I think this one is going to be up in the beast mode category. Super strong smelling. It's definitely going to bring you right back to the one It's still being made. Obviously, it's watered down and it's nowhere near the version that it originally was with its powerful tobacco. I don't have the luxury to smell it as dry down. I'm not wearing it on my skin right now because I have 5 others on, so I didn't have any more real estate unless I went below, and I can't really reach my ankle to my nose. So we're just gonna have to go with the openings. But for those fans of Dolce & Gabbana, the one, you will now be a fan of one and only. I'm just telling you. All right, coming up next is one that's been teased for quite a bit. Massam, being the little frag slut that he is and the little frag tease, has put this legendary out for a while, legendary, and we didn't know what it was. He finally brought it out. Legendary Night. This, for those that don't know, is Parfum de Marly's Percival. Very, very popular house and very popular scent as well. So we're gonna put it 2-piece on it. That one is juicy. And I actually am wearing this one as well on this wrist. Yeah, opens up really, really nice. A bevy of citruses, a sharp violet note. So some good florals in there. Fantastic citruses. And you get like a little iced feel, like a little, I hate to say the word mentholy, but that's kind of what registers in my brain when I get that little cooling sensation in my nose. I'm not sure exactly because I'm not digging too deep into these fragrances, but fantastic. This is often compared to Fierce by Abercrombie & Fitch, which is not the case with this one. I own both, obviously. And this one, I guess there's similarities, I guess. The citrus opening is kind of sharp. But this one, if there was any comparisons at all, this would be the father to it, with a full chest of hair, has a full-time job and a 401k, where Fierce is living at home, living in the garage, and is using his dad's backup car to get back and forth to his pizza delivery job. So that's the two comparisons. Not that Fierce is bad at all. That's a fantastic fragrance, but this one definitely more mature, more manly, more well-rounded, if you will, for the masses, where Fierce can tend to be for one type of genre. So the under 30 crowd would be in that situation, where this one could work with tons of people. A little bit more of a niche smell, obviously, with Abercrombie & Fitch being a very big designer. But this one has those nuances that are a little bit different. So people are definitely going to be super excited for this. Definitely one of my favorites that I've smelled so far. All right, up next is the one that's been talked about for a bit. My homeboy Angel already did this one. He got this a little bit early. I know he was asking for this for a long time. It's a favorite of his wife's. This one is called Hashtag by Accident. Now this one is an inspired expression of Yves Saint Laurent's Cabane. Pretty popular fragrance, but I know he was begging and begging for this thing, so it had it made. So from here on out, I'm not gonna call this By Accident. I'm gonna call this cubaknow for him, because I think it should dedicate to him. He really championed to get this thing made. Just like I put one for my homeboy Gerard. I try to give back and shout out people where it's due. He fought for this one. Cabane's a very good scent, so let's get this By Accident on paper on purpose. 2-piece it. He wasn't lying. Off the bat, nutty for sure. Crazy cuckoo. Like a caramelly, praline-y, vanilla. It's warm. Very, very touch of light floral in the back. Just ever so delicate. But the main notes that you're gonna get straight up front are nice, gorgeous, nutty aroma. And the backbone of this thing, definitely the vanilla, the tonka bean, whatever might be in here. That's what you get, like a nice warm, creamy, sandalwoody vanilla. That's what's in here. So like I said, I'm not gonna get too in depth with this, but that's this one. By Accident, definitely, I think Sam said he should have called it on purpose. That's a fact. I know he was trying to bring this one out, the whole story behind the By Accident I'll get to in the actual review, but it came out when it wasn't supposed to. It made it through, so hence why we got it called By Accident. But this thing is, by God, good. All right, and as I always do, I'm gonna do my first impressions list, which these obviously, as you guys have seen before, when I put these in order right now, they're going to change as I wear them, as I get my testings, and as I do my reviews. But off of first initial sense, so dig into this as deep as you want to. I think they're all fantastic. Obviously, Sam will not bring out bad fragrances. They all are great inspirations. But here's what I got. In the 5th place, if you will, even though it's fantastic, you guys will not be disappointed in it. But the initial scent profile is very tried and true. It's one that I've smelled a gazillion times, so it has to be one and only in the number 5 position due to it being done many, many times, and it's much more used as a lot of the other fragrances. But still, the scent is probably spot on. The opening is just very powerful. I can't wait to get my nose into this in a full review. This one is probably going to sell out. In fact, probably 4 out of the 5 of this is going to sell out extremely fast due to the hype that's all around these. And this one is due every bit of the hype, but due to complexity and this one being so mainstream, I think this one would have to be, in my opinion, last place for right now. Then right up ahead of that one, another one highly hyped. This Legendary Night is a phenomenal scent. Parfum de Marly Percival is very popular as well, so people will be super fans of this one. But I have to put things in order, and I have to be honest with you guys, so this one will be behind the other 3. I think, again, it is phenomenal. I think this one absolutely will sell out. All of the rest of the Parfum de Marlys sell out. This one will be no exception, but because it is up against some other heavy hitters, this one will be in my number 4 spot for right now for my opening. But definitely, if you're a fan of Parfum de Marly, if you're looking for a different type of summer scent, this one is fantastic. All right, just ahead of that one, we're gonna put Cubaknow right in there. Very nice scent. I can't wait to wear this. This is definitely more for dates, more for cooler weather. I think obviously why it was supposed to come out later, like in September, I believe, but super sexy scent. Me not knowing anything about this scent before because I never owned it took me completely out of surprise. I did watch Angel's video on Cubaknow, but I generally don't do that. But I wanted a little idea of why this came out so quick for him, and now I see why. So Angel, if you're watching it, fantastic scent, dude. I'm really glad that you brought this out because I can't wait to get some wearings out of it. Maybe get my wife to sniff it and love it as well so she can chase me around. All right, the next one that I got, obviously we're left with 2, but hashtag Attitude really caught me out of left field. I had no whatsoever experience with Attitude. I don't know how I didn't, but I just didn't. But Gerard, you definitely were right. I'm a sucker for fougères. There's no secret to it. I love them. And especially when you get one so different like this with lemons and citruses and coffee of all things. This one definitely caught my radar immediately. And what can I say? It's a phenomenal scent and definitely going to be one of the first that I review. It's amazing. With the other 4 out of the way, obviously that leaves 1. Iconic Greenwich Village. I'm a sucker for Plum. I'm sorry. I just love it. You guys saw my top 10. You saw how high Plumlicious was rated. I'm going to be very upfront with you and say this one could threaten Plumlicious. Iconic was really good, but I tend to like a little bit darker, sweeter. So that's where Plumlicious edged out Iconic to me, where this one has those added notes in it. Really, really could take this thing to the top. I cannot wait to get a full wearing out of this, see what my wife thinks about it, because I know what I think about it, and I think I'm in love with it. It is plum crazy. I'm not going to use that analogy, actually. I'm sorry, so take it back. I'll delete this, and if I don't, it's because I was too lazy and I didn't feel like editing. All right, so there we have it. Here's the 5 that we just picked up through the weekend. I'm sure those are all start rolling into your guys' houses here soon. For those that have not ordered, these 5 here are fire. Take it for what you want with my order. I have to put things, unfortunately, in an order because I try to be very upfront and honest with everybody. I like a ton of stuff I'm doing, but if I have to order them for you guys so you can see which way I'm leaning, this is, of course, just me and the way that I smell, my nose, the way it perceives it. But that's the way I would take it. I think they all will be great in your collection. So use it as judgment. I love you guys so much. Be safe, be blessed, and stay fresh.
We got shorties on the floor. We got niggas by the bar. We got